Why our government doesn't legalize drugs is because it's not profitable for them. And it's not profitable enough to educate people. First of all, as humans, as soon as we say, no, you can't do that, that's when us humans get curious and we want to find out why. Why is it not good for us? Um, so as long as the government is telling you you can't do something, that's going to drive a lot of people just to do it a lot more. Now, I've heard some people that say we should just legalize marijuana, and crime would go down. Prohibition, as soon as they made alcohol legal, all the problems went away. But no, that's not what happened. As soon as we legalized alcohol, everybody started drinking and not really realizing the positive uses for alcohol. And we got to understand things in moderation, and everything has a purpose, and use things just for the purpose that it's needed for. For marijuana, for example, is really good at calming down. It's a really good antidepressant. It's has been curing an awful lot of illnesses, mostly because illnesses are caused by stress, and marijuana definitely makes you as lazy as shit, and you're relaxed. Nothing's going to bother you. But all that does is, you still go out and you still do that job that's creating all the stress for you to constantly need a medication all the time. A lot of people are using drugs and alcohol to, have enjoyment in their life, to get a good laugh, to, the problems of life go away. But there's no recognition that, why don't you just get rid of the problems? Why don't you learn how to be happy? Why do you need a drug to be happy or to have fun with friends? Like, why is there a need for that in the first place? And we're not sort of reflecting on the fact that, why is it I can't create a life that I can have the same level of fun, the same kind of enjoyment, everything, just because of how I'm living my life? That, it is like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. You had it in you all along, but you think you need all of these drugs. What's really aggravating me is government saying that we need to put all focus on a war on drugs, when the war on drugs should be fought by, what is the reason everybody needs drugs? You know, while you're using, any form of drugs to make your life feel good, the seller is no more different than a pharmaceutical world. It's just a drug world that's making an awful lot of money off of you needing something. And you're being prevented from the opportunity to create that life. And as humans, you don't think that you have the power to create that. But we've been part of a network that has been in agreement that says we don't want anything to work because we really kind of like the way it works. You like doing your, going out and partying with alcohol and drugs all the time. That's, the only form of fun that you have. So there's no way in hell you're going to get rid of that because you think that that's working. But you've been trapped into another um, cycle that's, motivated to be perpetuated because there's a lot of money involved. Whether it's money involved from the selling of drugs, whoever's profiting off of that. I mean, there's motivation to make sure you have the stresses in your life so that you constantly need their product that they get rich off of. There's going to be always a war. There's always going to be somebody getting rich off of creating guns to fight this war. There's always going to be a need of why you have to hate your neighbor, like, because people are profiting off of that. And as long as that's how we're earning our living, then who the hell wants change? but it's killing you. It's by you not taking charge of your life, by you not recognizing your full potential, by you not jumping into, a completely different path, you're going to create this Armageddon, because it is like a dominoes and you can't see past your nose, and you can't see that while you're enjoying everything that's going on right now, you're also having an awful lot of complaints. And it's at that stage where the complaint gets painful enough that you start realizing it's do or die time. So just reflect on your life, how you earn your living, how you enjoy it, and in a perfect world, if I can wave a magic wand, what would a perfect world look like to you? What if you had no need for alcohol and you had no need for marijuana? I mean, you don't have an illness to be able to cure. You have nothing in your life that stresses you out that you need. If you get rid of all of the causes um, that are making you perceive your life as good right now, and you actually fell into everything that was perfect, what would that perfect look like? And what makes you think that you can't participate in creating that? What needs to happen for you to change your world so you're jumping into something completely different? If you can recognize something's wrong about it, then you know something different. Just use your imagination and start, and if I ask you to picture that and you end up saying, well, I don't know, then just keep asking that question, and magically one day the universe will hit you like a ton of bricks and it'll say, hey, yeah, this is what I'd actually like it to look like. And have a goal, have something to shoot for. And it's been my experience that every time I put a perfect picture, a perfect description, a perfect image of where I want my future to go, if I get too attached to that picture, I won't see it when it hits me, because it will always be bigger and better than what I can imagine it to be. And um, because we have no comprehension of what even bigger and better looks like from the picture you attach your vision to, you won't be able to see it when it arrives. But it's always there, always right in front of you. You are in the exact stage that you want to be, just like I am. I'm just at the first stage of just learning how to communicate what I know through a YouTube channel. It's not getting me very well, but almost putting up 700 tapes. Clearly, I have lots to say. I don't think too much of it is repetitive, but it probably is. Um, but at least I'm doing something in the direction of change. And sometimes it's just talking about it, sometimes it's just commenting, exploring your belief systems, seeing how many other ways you can connect with other people, even if it happens to be on YouTube or through a Twitter account. Focus on the change, focus on the solutions that actually make some sense. If you're after world peace, that should give an image that everybody's experiencing their version of peace. Just because you don't know what that looks like doesn't mean you'll never. It means you just don't have the vision of it because you haven't thought that magically a good idea could come to your head. But you have to ask and ask in a way that you will believe you'll get the answer one day. But it's just a question: how many ways could I understand what it would take to make world peace? What everybody needs to experience their version of peace. I say it's just information of what's possible. And infinite love. So lots of information we need to spread. There's just some thoughts of the day. Peace out.